Good morning, everyone. My name is Genevieve, and I'm here to teach you a little bit of Qigong. I'm calling today's practice Freaky Friday. We are going to exchange bodies with three members of the iconic band The Who, Roger Daltrey, Pete Townshend, and Keith Moon. I'll try to do it nice and quick so you get a chance to be all three of those guys in the next few minutes. All right, let's go. So first, Daiji Qigong, gather energy, bring it into your body, rest it in the Townshend, anything extra out the bottoms of your feet. Do that 3 times. Breathe in, breathe out. And now we're centered for today's practice. The exercise that Malcolm and Annie teach is called right ear up or left ear up. In this case, I'm going to teach you right ear up and left ear up in a really simple version, then a slightly more complicated version, then 3 different versions, one for Roger Daltrey, Pete Townshend, and Keith Moon, one each. All right, so the basic exercise just looks like this. You're standing, feet on the floor, your legs are in a horse stance as if you're riding on your little pony. So your feet are slightly turned out, knees slightly rolled out, as if you're riding on your pony. And then for right ear up, Malcolm and Annie style, you would just visualize like the space behind one of your ears. Let's start with right ear. And you would just, without really changing your body, you would let yourself feel like that ear was a little higher than your other ear. Like it's almost like it's just floating up to the ceiling a little bit. But you're not making like a motion where you're pulling your ear up. You're just sort of letting that ear be your focus, and it's kind of floating upwards. Just do that for a little while. You can breathe. And then we'd come back to center, let that go, and then we would say left ear up. So same thing on the left side. Just imagine the kind of space behind your ear. It's just floating up a little bit. You're just thinking about that. You can breathe in and out. And in Malcolm and Annie's version, you do that a couple of times on each side, and that would be right ear up and left ear up. Those exercises would be complete. So I will teach you something that I do to keep this very exciting for myself. This is not yet a Who version. This is just a Genevieve version. In this one, I drive, if I'm doing my right ear up, I drive my right foot down into the floor. I use my right hand to drag chi from the floor or from my foot all the way up through the right side of my body, including through my ear. It goes through my hip flexor actually, inside my body, up into my ear, through my ear, up to the ceiling. And then if I'm feeling very strong in that position, I let this knee come up. And then I add this arm going up. And with all this stuff going up, I'm still just thinking about my right ear. And this kind of makes right ear up just a little bit more active and fun for me. And when I'm done with that, I bring it all down. Get in my horse stance again, let it all go. And then to do left ear up, I plunge my left foot into the ground, super strong. I drag chi up through the whole left side of my body, through my hip flexor, through this part of my body, into the space behind my left ear, all the way up out the top. Raise that foot if it's comfy. Raise your other arm if it's comfy. Just hold here, take some breaths. Everything's pretty relaxed actually, just balancing. And don't close your eyes because you will fall over, unless you're so good at balancing that you can balance with your eyes closed. But if you're falling over, just make sure your eyes are open. Okay, and then bring it all down. So that was the Malcolm and Annie version. Then we did the Genevieve Deluxe version. Now let's do the Roger Daltrey version. So you start with my version again. Plunge your right foot into the floor. Drag your chi up this side. Come into contact with your right ear. You can add your other arm up, or you can do this part with your arms out or down. I like having just this one arm up for this one. This is Roger Daltrey. So he is an iconic vocalist, super powerful singer. What I can do in this position is I can imagine my right ear, the voice of Roger Daltrey is coming from my right ear, projecting out into the world. And it sounds kind of like this. Pinball Wizard, there's got to be a twist. The Pinball Wizard has such a supple wrist. And I can get my higher notes from the heavenly chi. such a supple wrist. And then if you're feeling it, let me restabilize. You can always put your foot down, restabilize. If you're really feeling good about your Roger Daltrey mode, you can sing more of the song. So you can sing parts that go higher. You can say, how do you think he does it? I don't know what makes him so good. And that can all come out of your ear. So that's the Roger Daltrey version. You can do it on both sides. Let's try the other side. Plunge your left foot into the ground. Drag your body up on the left side. Let your arm come up. Picture the voice of Roger Daltrey coming from behind your left ear this time. He's a pinball wizard, there's got to be a twist. A pinball wizard has such a supple wrist. How do you think he does it? I don't know what makes him so good. All that came out of this space, as if you had Roger Daltrey singing right out of this space. All right, beautiful, come down. Okay, so Roger Daltrey, iconic vocalist, we put him to the side. Now we bring in Pete Townshend, iconic guitar player and songwriter and singer, by the way. You can plunge your right foot into the ground, drag your right side up, all that chi is flowing freely between the top of your arm down into your foot and back and forth. And then when we're standing like this arm is free. So if you want to be like Pete Townshend, you can do his iconic windmill arms that he's famous for doing with his guitar. I'll look for a clip and post it with this video. So a big windmill arm would look like this. It's fun to coordinate it with your breathing. He kind of does it like that. It's slower at the top and then whoo, down the strings. If you lose your balance, just put your foot down. Probably a sign you're done on that side. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. So plunge your left foot into the ground, pull all your chi up on that side. Think about that space behind your ear, and now you can windmill your arm on this side. Pete Townshend arms on this side. If you want, you can go the other way. All right, so now you were the iconic guitar player, Pete Townshend. I hope you had some fun with that. And finally, allow yourself to become Keith Moon, the famous anarchist drummer of The Who. So I'll show you simple drums first, and then we'll do Keith Moon drums for this exercise, and then we'll be done. Okay, right ear up, plunge your right foot into the ground, drag all the chi up on the right side, bring that left arm up, stretch everything up. This arm is then kind of free. You can do whatever you want, including drum on your own back of your right ear. So right in that soft flesh right behind your ear, you can just bang little drums. You can like drum your fingers like that. It should feel pretty interesting. It should feel like you're coming into contact with that part behind your ear more than usual. And then to be anarchic, like Keith Moon would do, you can actually sprinkle those fingers all over this part of your head. Go down your neck, back behind your ear, in front of your ear, all over your head. Keith Moon would really go crazy like this, so go ahead and let that happen. And then you can kind of wash it all out. Bring this arm down, bring this foot down. Try to have fun with Keith Moon. He was always having fun. All right, foot down. Your left foot plunges into the floor for left ear up. Drag that side up. Think about that space behind your ear. Put your other arm up. Put your left arm down. That lets this hand be free to be Keith Moon. So first, just some nice rhythmic drumming behind your ear. Don't forget to breathe. And then Keith Moon drums all over the side of your head. Bop, 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 bop. You can turn your head a little, go up and down your neck, your back of your shoulder. In Qigong, we say energy gets trapped here in your shoulder well, so definitely drum on that. And when you've had enough, let your foot come down, let your arms come down. And that is that for today, ladies and gentlemen and everyone. So we did Malcolm and Annie style, Genevieve Deluxe style, Roger Daltrey style, Pete Townshend style, and Keith Moon style. I hope you have a wonderful Freaky Friday, pretending to be someone else whenever you feel like it. As usual, at the end of the practice, we would go as if we're gonna punch you, but we cover it and we bow. We say, salute our masters. You say, salute our classmates. All right, team. Have a great day. Love ya. See you tomorrow. There we go. See you tomorrow.